However, the French Socialist Party, as it rose from its ashes in 1971, is a party that is not organically connected. And you are correct on this point, but it is very much associated with Workers' Force Union in some areas, and to the General Confederation of Labor for others. I was involved with them when I joined the Socialist Party, and others with the French Democratic Confederation of Labor. And all this created factions within the Socialist Party. At that time, these factions were not stables to organize the presidential race or places for plotting power grabs from one or the other, you see. All this were topics that were debated within socialism. For instance, what kind of socialism were we for? The self-managed socialism? Or did we vote and discuss 15 theses on self-management? Well, it wasn't to everyone's liking. Well, the debate went on. So you're correct in saying there wasn't a party that was organically connected to the working class like the British Party. But it was a party that was actually interesting first. It was in ruins. In 1970, there was no one inside. The old geysers from the French section of the Workers' International were very pleased. We have local elected officials, they claimed. However, we considered them all to be a bunch of traitors. So, to tell you, as a kid my age, I must have been 24 years old. When I joined the Socialist Party, I had to tell them about my past. Hey, you should know, I was in charge of the Trotsky section. Yeah, that's right, said the guy that was there. He tells me, yeah, you are right. Sign here. I say, fine, but does it really not bother you that nah, go ahead, just fill out the application form. Can I see someone to talk about what I was doing? Yeah, no worries, you'll see. Sign here. I tell him I was in charge of a Trotsky group. How can I say that to you? He says to me, I'm telling you, I don't give a shit. I was the organizer for the Unified Socialist Party. So all of a sudden, I discovered this party that was insanely charming, really. You see, they're everything in it. The discipline was quite flexible. And then everything was in shambles, so we created everything. I joined, they put me in the branch, and eventually I meet the federal secretary. I tell him my life story. Can you imagine? I was 25 years old at most. So he looks at me, listens, and says, that's very interesting. You're very dedicated. That's good. He was a university professor. A really nice guy, a historian. And after a while, he says to me, but what are you now? Are you a Trotskyist? No, I just joined the party and I'm a socialist. He says, okay then.